Is there a right time to terminate an employee? Should it be done at the beginning of their shift? Should it be done at the end of their shift? Should it be done on a Monday? Should it be done on a Friday? Should it be done off-site? Should it be done in the workplace? Should HR be involved? Should security be involved? Should another leader outside of the manager that's doing the firing or termination? These are all great questions for you to ponder. Again, hello, Professor BJ here. I wanted to come today and talk about the Marriott hotel situation in Denver, Colorado. Many of you have seen it. It's been widely publicized on social media, national news. A very, very unfortunate situation. I don't know all the background of this employee, this situation. What were the actions other than the termination that precipitated this domino effect? Had she been written up? Had there been a conflict between she and her manager, she and the company? Had any of this been reported to HR? Had HR been involved in any disciplinary action with this employee, with the manager? Had there been ongoing conversations about her performance? Again, those are all relevant questions, but at the end of the day, in any situation in the workplace, there should be mutual respect. There should be accountability. In this case, I've been reading the comments on social media, rightly so. A lot of employees empathize because they've been in similar situations. They've been treated unfairly. They have been ostracized in the workplace. They have been the subject of hostility, bullying, intimidation, harassing behavior by management and or the company. Again, I don't know. This is all for training and educational purposes only, allegedly. For this particular, I will get more information and come back at a later with a later video. But my point today is think about those questions. If you're in a leadership position, if you're a business owner, be very careful how you handle this process. Yes, there are times when the need is to terminate, fire an employee for violation of company policy, egregious behavior, performance deficiencies. Yes, there are reasons to move forward with termination. However, there's always a however. It's how you handle the process. I talk a lot on my channel. There's a right way and a wrong way to do any and everything. Every employee deserves the right to be treated with humanity, with decency, professionalism, and with respect. Again, I don't know the background of this story. I'm going to do more research and come back with a follow-up video. But what I do know, I've been involved in many terminations in my 25 plus years in HR at different companies, organizations, state, federal, corporate America. There's a right way and a wrong way to do everything. You want to leave that person with respect, with dignity, even though it's a really tough meeting to have, a tough conversation to have. At the end of the day, the company needs to ensure that they've done the right thing by the employee. In this case, again, not knowing the history, the background, the employee allegedly had worked a third shift in housekeeping. She got off that job and went into the breakfast area, where if you are in a hotel, one of the great benefits of when you're searching for hotels when you're traveling, one that serves a breakfast, because they have a little bit of everything. If you're traveling with the family, they have a little bit of everything for the whole family. It saves a lot of money. It saves a lot of time. You can take some of the food items, you're probably not supposed to, but you can take some of the smaller food items back to your room to have later as a snack. A great benefit, the breakfast, the continental with a few hot food items. In this case, she had set up everything. It looked, nice from what I could see. It was a Marriott. They have a pretty nice spread. I've stayed in hotels Marriott, under the Marriott brand. They have a wide variety of food items. She apparently was terminated, so she went back after she had set everything up for the breakfast. Mind you, she had worked third shift. She set the breakfast up. After the termination, she went and she destroyed the whole place. She crashed out. It's all over social media. This is at the Marriott Hotel in Denver, Colorado. I'm not sure what street it's on, but you can just Google it if you want to see the videos. I'm sorry that it ended up that way. Sorry for the employee, because she's losing her livelihood. It's very important that we handle these terminations with respect and with delicacy. We don't know what people are dealing with at home. They may be homelessness. They may be facing homelessness. They may be facing eviction. They may be a single parent, male or female, children that have to be fed, clothed, provided shelter and everything. They may be on the verge of a bankruptcy. They may be on the verge of a lot of different things, a marital breakdown, a sick parent that they're helping to care for with their young children. We have no idea what people deal with outside of the workplace. But what I do know, we have to treat people with respect in everything that we do. Again, I'm not blaming anyone, but there is accountability. HR, were they involved? Did they know these were the situations? Did they know that employees were doing jobs outside of their scope? Did they know that the company was shorthanded? Again, I don't know. These are just great questions. If she's working one job and going to do another job, did she volunteer? Hey, someone called in sick. I used to do this job. I know how to do this job. I will be more than happy to volunteer. This happens. Employees do that every day. Some great, amazing employees that step up to the plate, that pitch hit, that step in. They're team players. I don't know in this case what the dynamics are. Did she and her manager, have a falling out? Was it an ongoing personality conflict issue? Did she have issues with her coworkers? I don't know, and I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just speaking to the different parts of this process. But at the end of the day, even in HR, we have to hold ourselves responsible. When a manager comes to us and they say, I want to terminate an employee, what have you done to document the issues? Have you come to me in HR and we discussed this issue? Because guess what, managers, guess what, business owners, when you terminate an employee, you put your company at risk for lawsuits, for EEOC complaints, for some other stuff. But you put your company at risk every termination. That's why you want to make sure you have everything documented on both sides. Employees, keep your documentation. I know everyone thinks that HR, sides with the company, but employees, start doing your own documentation. Managers have files on you, have a file on the company, have a file on your manager. Again, not in a disrespectful way or intimidating on either side or harassing, but do your own due diligence for yourself, because at the end of the day, this is your job, this is your livelihood, this is your career. So you be intentional. I talk about that a lot. Be intentional about your well-being in the workplace, just like you're intentional about your children's safety, security, progression in life. Be intentional about your own livelihood, because if you're the breadwinner in your family, it's critical. No job, no money. No job, no money. So again, I'm sorry that this happened this way. I'll come back with the follow-up once I find out more. So take care, everyone. Have a great day. Until the next video, Professor BJ signing off.